kippers. Oh, aye. This is what you want. So you'll be all on your own now, then, will you, Mrs. Caldwell?
That's right.
Well, you have to watch it now, won't you, because you'll be at his mercy.
Oh, what do you mean?
That Don Juan from Canada, they say there's no stopping them once they get the foot in the door, them Canadians, and now Billy's gone home.
Oh, Mr. Garside's gone as well.
Oh, where's he gone to?
Whaley Bridge again. One of his cousins was took very poorly.
Oh, I see.
You know, I got quite used to living on my own again after Sonny Jim left. Only this morning, I just felt if somebody got hold of the house and gave it a good shaking, I'd rattle round inside like a duckstone in a lading can.
Well, never mind. You've always got Mrs. Sharples to keep you company.
Fun?
I'm just saying to Mrs. Caldwell, there's no friend like an old friend.
Oh, I always thought it was food.
Do you want anything else, Mrs. Caldwell?
No, thank you.
I've been looking for you.
Oh, well, you found me now, haven't you? Oh, thank you, Billy.
Morning.
Taking a notice of her. Oh, she was weaned on a vinegar bottle, that. I say, how did you go on with your mum last night?
Ah, well, I got the impression that while the Ogden family's all very well in its place, they're not made of the same stuff as the Beaumonts.
Oh, I like her and all.
Well, that's all very well, Mum, I said, but I'm afraid it's too late now.
You didn't.
I did.
You did, I know. What happened then?
Well, she went red, amber, green, crossed over and went to bed.
Oh, get off.
And that's not all.
Go on.
She wants you and your dad to come round for tea tomorrow to sort things out.
You all right?
As well as can be expected, considering my eyes are hanging out on stalks of listening to you, tossing and turning half the night.
Well, I didn't get the regulation 8 hours either, you know.
Good. Well, let's hope it's all been worthwhile, shall we?
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm going through that door now, right now. But when I come back tonight, I'd like all this lot sorted out, right? Mark?
Yeah?
You better come down here. Your father wants a few words with you.
Sit down, Mark.
Can I say something first?
Yes, go on.
I'm sorry for any of the trouble I've caused. I've thought everything out now, and... well, I know me and Elsie can get on if we try. It certainly won't be for want of trying on my part.
No, Mark.
It'd work, Dad.
It wouldn't work. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's going to be better for everyone concerned if you find somewhere else to stay. Better for everybody.
Everybody. It's still what she wants, isn't it?
No, Mark, it's what I want. Now, I'll say it again. Your mother and I did try. You were one of the main reasons why we did try. It just didn't work, that's all. And so we cut it. Clean.
I know that.
Then why can't you accept it? Look, Mark, I'm not suggesting you came here deliberately to make mischief. I don't believe that things are as black and as white as that. But you've got into your head that if Elsie and I break up, then we can all go back to things the way they were. It's not like that, Mark. There's no going back. I know we had some good times together, you and your mother and I, but... you can never go back, Mark. That's the lousy thing about life. I love Elsie. That's why I married her.
You love my mother?
Not for a long time.
How's my mum?
Oh, rambling.
Eh?
Well, when I went upstairs for the tray a minute ago, we had one of them Hilda Ogden conversations. Hypothetical, you know.
No.
Well, it seems that this lady told her that she had a son, a lad of about your age, and this son had a lady friend about Irma's age. And one thing led to another.
Yeah, well, you know how it is, don't you?
Yes, I do know how it is. I know exactly how it is, but your mother doesn't, does she? She thinks it's for real.
What are you talking about?
You know very well what I'm talking about. It might have seemed very, very funny when it started, but it's certainly not funny now. And there's not funny in it to your mother.
You're just never there, are you?
Where?
That yard of yours.
Well, who are you then? A time and motion representative from our man in Amsterdam.
No, I'm just a housewife with a husband in America who can't stop the drip under a sink.
Ah, now that is what you might call taking advantage of my better nature.
There's bacon butties for dinner.
And that is what is known as pandering to my basal instincts. Come on.
Hey, the Yanks have landed.
Who's that?
Joe Donnelly.
Well, it isn't my favourite bad penny, but in your case it's bad dollar, isn't it?
Irma, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
How do I look?
Like you always did. Horrible. I thought you'd have been in Vietnam long ago. What are you doing now?
Well, let me buy you a drink and I'll tell you.
All right, I'll have a gin and orange.
All right. One gin and orange, one beer, please.
Okay, love.
Well. Return of the Lone Ranger. Where are you stopping?
Oh, nowhere yet.
Are you looking for somewhere?
Yeah, you don't have any ideas, do you?
Plenty. Oh, wait a minute, though. There is somebody.
I think you're going out of your mind, Minnie Colwell.
Oh, do you?
Well, what did looking after fellas ever bring you apart from dirty pots and dirty socks? There's a lot less trouble just looking after yourself, you know.
Well, I like the company. I miss it.
I'm beginning to think you are man-mad.
Well, if you must know, I think men talk a lot more sense than women. And another thing, it's your turn.
No, I don't think you know. Mrs. Caldwell, this is, you know Joe Donnelly, don't you?
Oh, yes, hello. It's nice to see you back again.
Hi.
We know he's an American, but we won't hold that against him. He wants to have a word with you know, with you having a spare room and that. Leave it to him.
Oh, you're there, are you?
No, it's my twin sister, but seeing as we are here, is there anything we can do for you?
Well, Maggie said you wanted to see me.
Oh, are you? Listen, when you go home tonight, I want you to get your little ironing board out, right? And give your best suit a good pressing.
You what?
Well, we don't want Annie Walker to think all you've got's what you stand up in, do we?
Annie Walker?
When you go for your tea with her tomorrow.
Me? Why?
Ask me no questions, Dad, and I'll tell you no lies.
How did Mark take it?
Oh, I think he understands.
I see. Where is he now?
He's upstairs getting packed.
Right, I'm away then.
Right, well, take care. Keep in touch.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, there was always something very funny about it, you know.
Oh, she's off again.
No, I'm not off. I'm on about what you're on about. Steve Tanner being found at the bottom of them steps. They never found Jack the Ripper either, you know. He just vanished into the London fog.
Oh, yeah, do you know? Were you there?
No, I saw the picture.
What happens with an open verdict like that? Does it simply stay unsolved, or do they take the file out occasionally and have another look at it?
I should think they got their hands full coping with new stuff instead of digging out mysteries that's defeated them.
He had a black bag, and he walked very light on his feet for a tall man.
Who did?
Jack the Ripper.
Oh!
Hello. You didn't tell me Castleford Ladies' Magic Circle was meeting here tonight. I was just getting some chips at Jackson's Chippy, and I suddenly had this very kind thought. I said to myself, Langton, I often talk to myself, you know.
Me too.
Aye. Well, I said to myself, Langton, you greedy devil, has it not occurred to you that lonely Mrs. Valerie Barlow might fancy sixpenn'orth also?
Oh, yes, please. Would you like a cup of tea?
Great. Go on then, Mrs. Colwell, ruin your figure.
It always tastes much nicer out of somebody else's bag.
Mrs. Sharples?
No, thanks.
That's better.
Would you believe it if I told you I feel as though a ton of weight's been lifted off my shoulders?
Try me. Come on, Geordie lad, one last pipe before you go.
Oh, we're leaving now, aren't we, Hinny?
Oh, dear.
Hey, now, you watch it, war lass. You go far over too fast sometimes. Away.
My God! Joe Danelli!
Elsie, how are you?
Oh, fine, how are you?
Great.
Alan, this is Joe Danelli, a friend of Steve's. This is Alan Howard, my husband.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Alan.
Hello.
How long are you over here for?
Well, as long as I want, I got them up.
No.
Since I couldn't take going back to the States without having one last look at all my friends in England, I got them mobbed over here.
I didn't know you could.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where are you staying?
On the block, Mrs. Caldwell's taking me in.
Why don't we have that other drink now? Joe, would you like a drink?
Yeah, I'll have a beer.
Nothing for me, thanks.
Fine.
Well, they told me you got married again.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice guy.
He is.
I'm glad you got married again, Elsie.
Thanks, Joe.
Hey, hang on a second. Hey, I've worked it out. What Annie Walker's after.
Oh, what is she after, Dad?
Who do you think? Yours truly.
Hey.
She wants a man about the place again, you know. Take the place of Jack, eh? And who's a natural for that job?
Oh, you, Dad.
You've caught on, haven't you?
Hey, Billy. You know what you were saying about us going too far with your mum?
What about it?
Well, we're going even further with me, Dad. You'll have to put a stop to it now, Chuck.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll get your tea ready, love, when I've just taken this upstairs to your mum. I said I'll get your tea ready. What's up with you? Oh, ever since we shut up shop last night, I've hardly had a civil word out of you. You're like a bear with a sore head this morning. I mean, you carried this on right through dinner time, and you're not much better now.
I'm sorry, Betty. I've got something on my chest I want to get off.
Oh, about time, too. Here, come on, take it. Go on, get upstairs and get it said.
Loneliness can be worse than sickness.
Yes, I suppose it can.
I've had more than my share, withered in my prime.
That must have been very hard to bear.
It still is. The Alfred Sharples I remember was strong and healthy. It doesn't seem possible he could have died.
No.
Anyway, what I really came to say was, if at any time you need any company, you know where I live.
Actually, I'm quite enjoying being on my own. I've never been so popular.
Popular?
Yes. You know, people popping in to see how I am.
Bringing you chips like last night?
It's nice of Ray, wasn't it?
Yeah, very.
Peter, what are you doing? Oh, give it back to her. That's hers, not yours.
The children get on very well with him.
I suppose it's because he's so happy-go-lucky. They just sort of respond to him.
So long as it's only children.
Pardon?
Oh, it's not worth repeating. Oh, well, I'll get on my way. Is there anything you want from the corner shop?
No, thanks. I've got my shopping organised.
Like everything else?
Don't worry, Mrs. Sharples. I'll let you know if I need company.
That doesn't seem very likely, does it?
Do you realise that you have just given me the biggest disappointment of my life? I was looking forward to crooking little fingers with your mother.
Well, I'm glad tea's off, for everybody's sake.
Eh?
It's all right, I've told her all about it. What did you tell your mum?
Oh, I pulled this brilliant stroke.
Well, it was a long time and all coming. Honestly, I waited for him while it turned 11 o'clock in the Rovers last night.
Well, I had to work round to it, didn't I?
What? Work round to what?
Well, that it was in the mind. In my mum's mind.
How do you mean?
Well, I convinced her that she'd just jumped to conclusions. You know, that she'd sort of put 2 and 2 together and made 5.
Oh, I thought she'd made 1 and 1 make 3.
Eh?
Oh, it's only a joke. Go on, what was you saying?
No, I just pointed out that I never actually said that you were, expecting. I just said that it'd be very difficult to break things off, and she'd taken it from there.
And she believed you?
Yeah.
How is she now?
Well, it's not done her much good, really. She's gone very quiet and she's still in bed.
Oh, she's dafter than me, Dad. Oh, me dad.
Yeah, we're wondering when we're going to get round to him.
You'll explain to him, won't you, no, like you did to your man?
Will I, heck?
Oh, you'll have to. Me dad thinks he's going for a job at the Rovers, a job that's going to change his life. You know, me dad, working in the Rovers for him, it'd be like being in heaven.
Well, do what I did.
What?
I told you, it's all in the mind. Oh, very sharp.
Like it, do you?
Oh, it's great, Stan. Stan, your daughter wants to have a word with you.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm early, but we can't be late, can we, eh? Do I look all right?
Marvellous. Dad,
Yes, Chuck.
you know the tea at the Rovers, it's off.
Oh, what?
Like I said before, Dad, ask me no questions.
I know,
and
and you'll tell me no lies.
You're right, Dad.
You can have it as a ship, you see. All right? Or as a hat.
It's not a hat, it's a ship.
All right, it's a ship. And I'm making another one for you here because making them fascinates me.
Ray,
Yeah?
has anybody remarked about you coming here?
No? Has anybody said anything to you?
No.
Well, that's all right then. All right, there we are, you two. Young Susan and Pete, you've got a navy now, I see. All you want is some water. Hey, what about the bath?
Oh.
Hey!
Should I have kept my big mouth shut?
Well, if you supervise.
I've no option, have I?
No.
All right, come on then. Go and sail our ships. You've got to promise not to wet me through. I've got my courtly suit on.
I'm more interested in them not getting wet through.
There we are, Stan. Get that down. You make a new man out of you, that will. Sure.
Hey, have you ever felt you're losing your grip?
All the time, Stanley, all the time.
You know, I still can't understand why we didn't go to that flipping tea party.
Ah, yeah, well, that's a very complicated story, Stan. Oh,
Is it?
just a minute, Stan, I'll be with you.
Billy, I've been thinking, how upset would you have been if that had been true?
I'd have been very upset, love. Why?
Oh?
Well, wouldn't you?
Of course I would. You don't honestly think I fancied you, do you? I've got something better in mind.
Fancy who?
Oh, shut up, Dad.
Evening, Mrs. Sharples.
What's going on?
Where?
Here, young Billy and Irma, what are they doing? Hatching up a new gunpowder plot.
I really have no idea, Mrs. Sharples. No, I do take your point. Mr. Ogden's behaving very strangely as well. He doesn't seem to be with us.
Was he ever? Oh, well, not to worry. It'll pass on a couple of hours, ferreting it out.
Which is a good thing, I suppose.
Does that mean that you've got time on your hands and all?
I invented the expression, Mrs. Sharples.
Slip round to Valerie Barlow's and keep her company.
Does she need company? She does have the twins.
Well, let's just say she needs the right sort of company.
Why, is she getting the wrong sort?
I think she might be.
Who?
I don't know, Mrs. Cole. You're always knocking about
Him.
Fatal fascination.
Oh, yes. Well, I must say I find you fascinating. Definitely. Can I get you a drink, love?
Oh, no, thank you, Ray. I think I'd better go and sit with Eda. She'll already be a bit broody about my new lodger, and it's no use fanning the flame.
Bags, I take you home then.
Well, if Joseph doesn't call for me...
Go on, you're just a big flirt, you are. Pint of food, please, Betty.
Okay, love.
I'll do.
What's up, mate? Has Joe Mercer dropped you again?
Hey, listen, would you say I'm stupid?
Yes, I would.
No, I know what I mean, daft. No, so lally, huh?
Yeah, I would. Think nothing of it. Yeah, I bet it up.
Okay, love.
Ciao very much.
Okay.
All the best, Dan.
Can I have a little word of comfort, Mr. Ogden?
I know. Ask you no questions and you'll tell me no lies. Thank you.
I must get back.
Who's looking after the twins?
A girl from Bessie Street who thinks she's stuck on Ken. She called, not knowing he was away, so I thought, well, I might as well make use of her.
Well, if you ever need a babysitter, don't be frightened to ask.
I know. Everybody's volunteering to drop in or babysit. It's think I've been deserted forever.
Yeah, well, it must be a bit wrong without Ken.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it is. Still, he's coming back. Bye, Alan.
Bye, Val.
Be independent. You'll know next time I volunteer my company.
Oh, you daft thing, you know what I mean. I'm not going to go into a decline because Ken's gone away. But you're very welcome any time. Just like Mrs. Sharples, Ray Langton.
Uh-huh.
He comes to play with the kids, mainly. Maintain the male influence in their lives, as he puts it.
Well, there you are, then.
Yes.
Yeah. Ta-ra.
Oh, ta-ra.
What was all that about?
What was all what about?
Oh, the heavy implication that Val Barlow should not entertain Ray Langton at the house.
You
while
weren't
Ken's away.
listening in properly. That's not what I said.
That's what you nearly said.
Nearly is not saying.
Ah, well, don't misunderstand me. I quite agree. If I was away in America, I don't think I'd want a womanizer like Ray Langton visiting you at this house. What are you laughing at?
Well, it's just that he tried to visit me once, and I, shall we say, discouraged him.
Well, so I should hope. You're old enough to be his mother.
Not for that flaming reason.
Well, Mrs. Walker must have been upset her, and I think Billy were...
Trapped by the likes of me, you mean?
Well, she must have thought that.
Ah, she didn't it rankle?
Oh, don't be silly. Nobody's good enough for Billy Walker.
I am.
All right, you are.
I am.
I said. Do you like a cup of tea?
Aye, might as well. I've got nothing else to do.
Ooh, don't forget the lights.
Okay, I'll get that. All right. We've run out of sarsaparilla tablets and firelighters, and besides that, we're closed.
What, to an American cousin?
Oh, aye, especially to them. Just an excuse, isn't it?
Pardon?
You come in here pretending you want a bag of crisps when really all you want to do is see me.
I want some cigarettes.
We haven't got American ones.
Any sort.
Any sort, he says. Oh, you're all alike, you Americans. You'll have any woman. You're noted for it.
Thanks.
So, was that all you wanted, really? Thanks.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, it's just not my night tonight, is it?
Unless
Unless what? Well, go on.
you like to go out someplace.
No.
Well, why not?
Hey, do you mean the NCO's club at Burton Wood? Well, no, she's not my friend, really. Brenda Baylor. She goes there a lot, and she reckons it's fab.
Not the NCO's club, Emma.
Ah.
I'm not in the Army anymore.
Oh, aren't you? Thought you was.
However, I could stand your meal in town.
Okay, beggars can't be choosers, can they? Will you hang on while I go and make myself decent?
So, I thought I'll help Valerie to while away a lonely hour. That's if you don't mind.
Why not? Everybody else is, so why not you?
I'm sorry. Have I come at an inconvenient time?
You know, I might just be wrong about you. You might just be genuine.
I don't think I quite get your gist.
You're not a bodyguard, or are you?
Bodyguard?
Guarding me against Ray Langton at the request of, say, Mrs. Sharples?
I'm still confused.
Are you?
No. Mrs. Sharples did suggest I dropped in.
I thought as much.
But her motives were good. It is, well, a bit indelicate, to say the least, to be cast into the company of Ray too often.
I see.
Oh, then you agree, do you? I said to Mrs. Sharples you only need...
No, I don't agree. And if you're doing Mrs. Sharples' messages, you can take her one from me. I'll have who I like here. Ray Langton, Billy Walker, Sasha D. Stell, or all three playing guitars if I feel like it. You can tell that to Mrs. Sharples. And everybody else in this mean-minded, tittle-tattling little street where I must be crackers to live. Good night, Miss Nugent.
I do honestly believe we were acting in...
I said good night.